Hi, everyone. Thanks for being here and spending a little time with me today. As this year comes to an end, I've been thinking a lot about 2025, what it gave me and what it took from me. I'm a high school English teacher, and honestly, 2025 was one of the most challenging years of my life, but also one of the most meaningful. At the start of the year, I felt excited but also exhausted. Teaching teenagers is never boring, but it's not easy either. Every day, I walked into my classroom carrying my lesson plans and my own worries. Some days, my students were full of energy. Other days, they were quiet, distracted, or stressed out. And I realized something important this year. They're not just students, they're people going through their own battles. In 2025, I learned how much emotional energy teaching really takes. It's not just about grammar or vocabulary, it's about listening. It's about patience. It's about showing up even when you're tired. There were weeks when I felt completely burned out, grading papers late at night, preparing lessons on the weekend, answering emails when I should have been resting. I remember one night in March sitting at my kitchen table at 11 p.m., surrounded by essays, and thinking, am I doing enough? Am I doing this right? But then there were moments that made everything worth it. Like when a quiet student finally raised her hand and spoke in English for the first time, or when a student told me, I used your advice during my presentation and it worked. Those moments stayed with me. Outside of school, my life was pretty simple this year. I didn't travel much. Most of my days followed the same routine. Wake up early, go to school, teach, come home, rest, repeat. At first, that routine felt boring, but slowly I started to see the beauty in it. I began taking evening walks after dinner. No phone, no music, just me and my thoughts. That's when I really started reflecting on my life. In 2025, I also learned to set boundaries. I stopped saying yes to everything. I stopped trying to be the perfect teacher. I learned that doing your best doesn't mean doing everything. There were days when I failed, lessons that didn't work, students who didn't listen, days when I felt like I wasn't making a difference at all. But looking back now, I see growth, not loud growth, quiet growth. So when I think about 2026, I don't think about big resolutions. I think about small promises to myself. In 2026, I want to protect my energy. I want to be a good teacher without losing myself in the process. I want to plan better, but stress less. Teach clearly, but not perfectly. I also want to take better care of my health. More sleep, more movement, more balance. I want to keep learning, not just as a teacher, but as a person. Read more books, listen more, be curious again. And most importantly, in 2026, I want to be kind to myself, because 2025 taught me something very important. You don't need to have everything figured out to be moving forward. If you're listening to this and you're feeling tired or unsure or behind, you're not alone. Another year is ending, another one is beginning, and maybe that's enough for now. Thank you for listening. I hope 2026 is gentle with you.